Good afternoon, and welcome to St. John Fisher University's 72nd Commencement. In accordance with the fire codes, there are exits located on each side of the room. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with the exit closest to you. If you require assistance during the ceremony or if you need medical attention, please notify one of our event staff and we will assist you. At this time, I would ask everyone to please rise for the procession of members of the class of 2026.
Class of 2026, friends and family here and joining us via live stream, and colleagues, I declare this 72nd commencement open. Now we clap. Welcome to St. John Fisher University. My name is Dr. Kevin Raley, and I have the privilege of serving as Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs here at Fisher. Congratulations to our graduates, as well as their family and friends. We also want to wish an early Happy Mother's Day to our Fisher moms and to all the moms in the audience. I would also like to offer a special salute to our student veterans who are here to celebrate their graduation, as well as veterans who are in the audience. Please join me in a round of applause for them. We thank you very much for your service. This afternoon, I'd ask you to remain standing for the national anthem. It'll be played by Corey Plakosh, who is one of our pharmacy graduates. Corey? Please remain standing for the invocation by Father Smith.
Let us pray. God, our Creator, Spirit of life, we invoke your blessing as we gather in faith. We thank you for this day and for the wisdom to recognize our gifts and serve you with gratitude. Our graduates this afternoon have been transformed by goodness, discipline, and knowledge. Guide them as they pursue their dreams in a world that needs their leadership. Provide them with the courage to move beyond fear and doubt, to find strength in their capacity to care for others, to respect the complexity of humanity, and to be mindful that true success is born out of life-giving relationships and a community that embraces justice, peace, and the integrity of creation. Bless them with patience as they explore new horizons, with humility in the face of success, with compassion for the poor, the sick, and the suffering, with gratitude for friends, mentors, and family who have supported them through this journey. And bless us all, family, friends, faculty, trustees, academic leaders, and supporters, as we share in the joy of their accomplishments. Loving God, we praise your holy name now and forever. Amen.
Thank you, Father, and you may all be seated. We are joined on stage today by several members of our Board of Trustees, including Board Chair Phil Yeoman, Don Jeffries, Bill Clark, and Father George Smith, as well as my senior staff colleagues. Thanks to them for being here with us. And at this time, please join me in welcoming the 7th President of St. John Fisher University, Dr. Gerard Rooney, for opening remarks.
Good afternoon and welcome to our graduates. We are so pleased to have families and friends of the graduates here with us as well. Class of 2026, congratulations on your accomplishments to this point and for making it this far in your educational journey. Over 75 years ago, St. John Fisher University was founded by the Congregation of St. Basil. And since then, Fisher has experienced seasons of change, new beginnings, and remarkable successes. What began as a mission to serve first-generation students has grown into the broader vision to prepare graduates who act with integrity, fairness, and care for the common good. We have enjoyed unprecedented growth. We have had a significant on our region and our surrounding community. We remain focused on our collective work to broaden that impact. And through it all, we have continued to be inspired by the tradition of our Basilian heritage. Teach me goodness, discipline, and knowledge. You have studied diligently, engaged in scholarly research, completed immersion experiences, fulfilled clinical hours and rotations, student teaching responsibilities, and so much more. Many of you have done this while working full-time jobs, raising and caring for your family. Your education has challenged you to advance your knowledge and skills, to make a tangible difference in the lives of others. As you move into your next chapter, carry this spirit with you. Be individuals who not only identify challenges, but who rise to meet them. You have been a part of Fisher's story, contributing to our institution's growth, successes, and new beginnings. Today, as we reflect on your Fisher experience and the new beginnings that await you, we also celebrate you. Welcome once again, and congratulations. It's good to be together with you. At this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Peter Carpino, a member of the class of 1972, to join me at the podium for the presentation of our President's Medal. Dr. Carpino has held leadership roles in the nonprofit and higher education sector for more than 4 decades. Following his undergraduate education as a first-generation Fisher student, he received a full fellowship to the University of Texas at Austin, where he earned a master's degree in communications. His professional career took root at the United Way of Greater Rochester, now the United Way of Greater Rochester and the Finger Lakes, where he served as communication director and later as vice president for marketing and resource development. In 1987, he returned here to Fisher to serve as Vice President for Development and Communications. While working as a Fisher staff member, he earned a PhD from the Union Institute in Cincinnati, Ohio, one of the first accredited distant learning programs in the country. 8 years later, he was named President and CEO of the United Way of the Greater Lehigh Valley, the 3rd largest United Way in Pennsylvania. He served there until 2005, when he was named President and CEO of Rochester's United Way. United Way launched in his tenure Rock the Day, a 24-hour online giving initiative, which since its inception in 2011 has raised more than $13 million for 500 nonprofits. The organization also helped spearhead the Rochester Monroe Anti-Poverty Initiative to tackle the systemic root causes that create and perpetuate poverty. Dr. Carpino was a member of the adjunct faculty for Fisher's Doctorate in Executive Leadership program for 9 years until he retired from the United Way in 2015. He then founded the Carpino Group, LLC, a consulting firm specializing in nonprofit strategy development, organizational needs assessments, and governance. In the community, he has served as an executive committee member of the Greater Rochester Enterprise and as a member of the Mayor's Literacy Commission in Rochester, as well as a member of the board of the Center for Governmental Research. He also co-chaired the Greater Rochester Health Foundation's Healthy Weight Council and was vice chair of the Rock the Future, a community-wide collaborative designed to improve educational outcomes for Rochester's most at-risk children by aligning programs, policies, and funding. Peter is a lifelong servant leader who has dedicated his professional career to the leadership of nonprofit agencies with vision, humility, and resolve. Throughout his career, he consistently brought deep insight and practical skill to initiatives that advance the well-being of individuals and communities, embodying the values at the heart of our university's motto, "Teach me goodness, discipline, and knowledge." Through his example, Peter demonstrates what it means to lead with purpose, integrity, and compassion. Peter was the architect of the university's Civic Action Plan, developed in 2016, which enabled us to undertake transformational community service and civic engagement work both on and off campus. On a personal level, Peter's leadership has profoundly shaped my own approach to leadership and sharpened my focus on this essential area of our institution's work. His example continues to influence how I lead, serve, and remain committed to the common good. In recognition of his distinguished career and commitment to the many nonprofit organizations in our region, as well as his impact on the St. John Fisher University community, in particular on hundreds of executive leadership graduates, we are proud to bestow the President's Medal upon Dr. Peter Carpino. Peter, it's my great honor to be here with you. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Dr. Carpino and welcoming him to say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Rooney. To the university's trustees, faculty, staff, alumni, to the family and friends of the graduates, and most importantly, to the members of the class of 2026. Thank you for honoring me with this recognition and for giving me the opportunity to share this celebration with you. It was almost 54 years ago to the day when I and other members of the class of 1972 received our degrees in the old gym that abuts this athletic facility. I remember it was very warm that day, and my parents and soon-to-be wife were in the bleachers to cheer me on as a first-generation graduate. There's little else that I can recall other than the fact that I had a lot more hair back then. In the nearly 5.5 decades since graduation, I've had the privilege of holding leadership roles in both the nonprofit and higher education sectors, of running a successful consulting business, and now in full retirement, of being able to focus on volunteering and lifelong learning. I've had some successes, some failures, and I've learned a few things along the way that I'd like to share with you this afternoon. First, listen to your heart, not just your head. Not listening to my heart, or my gut, if you will, resulted in one of the most significant teachable moments of my life. I was the marketing director for our local United Way at the time, 30 years old. One day, I get a call from a former colleague who was with the Cleveland United Way. He said they had an opening in their marketing department that I'd be perfect for. I'd double my salary. I'd have 9 direct reports. I'm interested, I said. So they fly me to Cleveland. I'm offered the job. I resigned from Rochester. This move makes all the sense in the world, said my head. But maybe not, said my heart. You'll now be 10 hours away from family instead of 5. You have friends here. You went to college here. You're still young. There's a lot of opportunities. So it went, back and forth, head to heart to head. My wife and I returned to Cleveland the following weekend, and we buy a house in 24 hours. We already had sold our Rochester home. Long story short, we never made that move. In the end, although very late in the game, I finally listened to my heart. But there were consequences. Our daughter was 2 at the time. We had no home in Rochester, but now owned a home in Cleveland. We had to move into a rental property for 6 months until we found another home here. It took us another 6 months to sell the house in Cleveland. Thankfully, they hadn't filled my position in Rochester, so I was able to get my job back. I stayed with Rochester's United Way for another 6 years, and during that time, did some of the most rewarding work of my career. Graduates, in the years ahead, you will be faced with many, many decisions, both personal and professional. Please don't learn the hard way as I did. Listen to your heart as well as to your head. Second, actively listen, and listen first. Your Fisher education has prepared you to lead in business, education, and healthcare, to analyze and solve problems, to be decision makers, and I have no doubt that each and every one of you will do that and do it well. But you will be better leaders, problem solvers, and decision makers if you take the time both to actively listen and to listen first. In his best-selling book, How to Know a Person, David Brooks writes, quote, "When another person is talking, you want to be listening so actively that you're practically burning calories." Active listening, Brooks says, is an invitation to the other person to express themselves. As leaders, you will be expected to make decisions, but your goal always should be to make informed decisions. You want to know what people really think, not what they think you want to hear. You want your decisions to be informed by their experience and their perspectives. Listen first, and you'll increase the likelihood you'll make better decisions. Actively listen, and you also will send the message that you respect the other person, that they matter, and that their opinions are valued. There's no higher compliment that you can pay someone. Third, stay humble. I believe that humility is a key component of effective leadership. And if you need a role model for what humility and leadership looks like, look no further than your own President Rooney. Dr. Rooney has transformed this institution. I don't need to recount his accomplishments. But Dr. Rooney has made it clear that this work has never been about him. It has been and continues to be about the mission, about the Basilian tradition, and about the students, the faculty, and the alumni. Dr. Rooney has always been quick to give credit to others and reticent to take credit. As you begin to transform the organizations that you will lead, think of Dr. Rooney. Stay humble. Fourth, serve others. You are leaving an institution for which service to others has been a bedrock principle. That commitment to service has been accelerated by Dr. Rooney's vision and the steadfast leadership of Dr. Raley, our provost, Dr. Wanda Cooper, director of Fisher's Institute for Civic and Community Engagement, and the scores of faculty who promote community-engaged learning. That commitment to service is recognized recently when Fisher once again received the prestigious Carnegie Community Engagement Classification, one of fewer than 280 universities in the country to receive this honor. You probably couldn't give much thought to serving others as you pursued your advanced degrees and balanced the demands of career and families. That's why I'm encouraging you now that you are graduating to consider how you might contribute to the common good. It need not require a huge amount of your time. It does require your desire and willingness to give back in some small way. Serve others. It will help to keep you grounded. Fifth, strive for wisdom. If you happen to be familiar with Louise Penny's novels, you may remember that Chief Inspector Gamache tells his team that they will gain wisdom when they learn to say and truly mean the following: I don't know, I need help, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Acknowledging that I don't know will keep you humble. Saying I need help is a sign of strength. Genuinely saying I'm sorry recognizes your impact on others. Admitting I was wrong is essential for your personal and professional growth. Never, ever be afraid to say that you don't know, that you need help, that you're sorry, or that you were wrong. Strive for wisdom. Sixth, take time to celebrate. As you pursue your careers, you and the departments, the divisions, the organizations you will lead will have tremendous success. Success that will be hard-earned and well-deserved. Don't be so driven, as I was in my younger days, that you don't take the opportunity to celebrate those successes, be they large or small. Remember that even if you don't feel the need to celebrate, your people do, and they deserve to. Make sure you take time to celebrate. Finally, I'd like to share with you the 5 simple words that define my wife Mel's philosophy of life. I strongly encourage you to embrace them as your own. Those 5 words are: do good and have fun. Do good and have fun. Now come on, say it with me. Graduates, do good and have fun. Once again, a little louder now. Do good and have fun. That's it, graduates. Congratulations. Do good, have fun, Godspeed.
Thank you, Dr. Carpino, and congratulations. If you ask any of the Fisher faculty why they chose college teaching as a career, you would find a common thread running through their answers. Professors, lifelong students that they are, love to learn and love to impart knowledge to others. Class of 2026, you've experienced your professors' work firsthand. Each year, the university asks for your help in selecting professors who excel in their role as teacher, advisor, scholar, and academic mentor. The award for teaching excellence is given annually to 2 full-time faculty members at the undergraduate and graduate levels for outstanding work in the classroom. Recipients of this award must demonstrate thorough knowledge of their subject matter, solid preparation for class, clear and effective communication, and genuine enthusiasm for their job. I am pleased to share that the recipient of this year's Graduate Faculty Award for Teaching Excellence is Dr. Priyanka Bhatt, Assistant Professor of Pharmaceutical Sciences in the Wegman School of Pharmacy. Dr. Bhatt, would you join me at the podium, please? One student nominee shared, Dr. Bhatt is highly deserving of this award based on her exceptional effectiveness, fairness, and genuine commitment to student success. She shows exceptional understanding and compassion for students and recognizes the demanding nature of the pharmacy curriculum. She is friendly, kind, approachable, and deeply invested in her students' growth. Another student shared, Dr. Bhatt is attentive to different learning styles, actively scaffolding content to meet diverse learner needs. She cultivates respectful discourse, encourages multiple viewpoints in discussions, and thoughtfully integrates global and multicultural examples in her lectures. She is a model educator and a highly deserving nominee for this award. In her own reflection, Dr. Bhatt shares, "While my journey into academia was inspired by my grandfather, a physics professor, my own experience has expanded that vision. I've learned that a teacher is not merely a conveyor of information, but fundamentally a lifelong learner who must continuously innovate teaching skills to meet the evolving needs of the classroom. When I joined the Wegman School of Pharmacy, I committed to this dynamic approach in teaching. I knew that to truly serve my students, I should be willing to evolve alongside them, adapting my pedagogy to effectively translate classroom theory into clinical proficiency. I am deeply committed to the belief that an educator must create a welcoming environment for students." Dr. Bhatt, congratulations to you on this well-deserved recognition. Right, now, for the moment I think you're all here for, will the degree candidates please rise? That's all of you. Dr. Rooney, the faculty of St. John Fisher University have recommended that the following students have satisfied the degree requirements set forth by the state of New York and have fulfilled the graduation requirements of the university. Thus, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Education, Doctor of Pharmacy, Master of Science, and Master of Business Administration.
By virtue of the power granted the university by the Board of Regents of the State of New York, and by the authority vested in me by the university trustees, I do hereby confer on the candidates here present and such others in absentia as are recommended by the faculty and certified by the registrar, the degrees of Doctor of Education, Doctor of Pharmacy, Master of Science, and Master of Business Administration, as each are entitled, together with all the rights, privileges, and honors appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Before the candidates come up, I want to explain a little bit about the doctoral hoods. Graduates of the Doctor of Education in Executive Leadership and Doctor of Pharmacy will be hooded. They are already wearing their doctoral gowns and caps, but it is traditional to award the doctoral hood in this manner. The doctoral hoods are the most colorful and distinctive element of academic regalia. They are 4 feet in length, slightly longer than the bachelor's and master's hoods, and are lined with the official colors of the university awarding the degree. The velvet trimming around the edge of the hood has the color of the discipline of the degree being awarded. You will also see a number of the faculty whose gowns or hoods have royal blue velvet panels, signifying the PhD. They may also have different colors in the lining on the hoods, as is standard to wear the academic regalia colors of the institution where your degree was granted. We'll begin with the Doctor of Education candidates, whose hoods will have the colors of St. John Fisher University, cardinal red and gold, and the velvet trim of blue for the Doctor of Education degree. And at this time, I welcome Dr. Whitney Rapp, Professor and Associate Dean of the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. School of Education, who will read the names of our education candidates. The candidates' faculty dissertation chair will hood the doctoral candidates, and Dr. Joellen Maples, Dean, will present their diplomas. Will the degree recipients please come forward?
Keisha Carter. Laretha J. McCullough. Kathleen O'Neill McGuigan. Joey Amy Mirabelle Bonner. Raina Samantha Melissa Lewis. Nkem Obieka Norris. Chantalee Price. Danielle Tucker Roll. Castine Beata Wheeler. Hoshiar J. Sher. Jasmine Dolores Dunham. Tressie L. Damon. Osea Angina Miles. Beverly Ann David Lewis. Miriam M. Moore. John Robert Stager. Katrina Julia Wojciechowski. Denise Elaine Bolds. Francesca Marie Capayan. Xavier Earl Edwards. Shayla M. Johnson. Christopher J. Means. Shamira Punyan Gambral. We now welcome Dr. Elizabeth Bramer, Assistant Dean in the Wegman School of Pharmacy, who will read the names of the Doctor of Pharmacy candidates. Dr. Christine Burney, Dean of the Wegman School of Pharmacy, will hood the candidates and present them with their diplomas. Will the degree recipients please come forward?
The doctoral hoods that our pharmacy students will receive today have the colors of St. John Fisher University Cardinal Red and Gold and the velvet trim of olive green for the Doctor of Pharmacy degree. Arub M. Abed Rabah. Osameke A. Igbidin. Aya Al-Hashami. Hadir Alami. Sarah Al-Shahamari. Tala G. Alzain. Mavis Ando Apranti. Mackenzie Rose Birmingham. Julia Blevins. Brittany Patricia Capriati. Morgan Elizabeth Chittenden. Carette Garcia Cooper. Benjamin Christopher Cornwell. Jeffrey Douglas Cullen. Michael Allen Currier. Samuel DeWitt. William Hunter Edwards. Adam M. Freeman. Megan Elizabeth Gearinger. Magnus Warabari Grigri. Shalene Dion Grant. Kiranpreet Kaur Gruel. Hanafe Gukcha Gungdadu. Elizabeth Holly Halberg. Alexandra Hare. Patricia Nicole Marcella Homerlin. Olivia Alexandra Kaplan. Ananda Lewis. Alicia Diane Maples. Yuritsa Markovic. Scott Mass. Dina Muhammad. Miriam Namani. Sheila Nar. Muhammadiyah Bassam Nassar. Taylor O'Connor Lyon. Maggie M. O'Connor. Tanner Keith Orphanides. Emily Lynn Parsons. Sierra Elise Patrick. Corey James Plakosh. Marwa Saeed. Kashandra Scott Triplett. Yasmin Sharifi. Angelina Marie Smith. Skylar Joe Smith. Jillian Terwilliger. Graham A. Torres. Christina Tikas. Sabrina Lynn White. Laura Helen Witt. At this time, I invite Dr. Dan Connolly, Dean of the School of Business, to move to the front of the stage. Our next group of graduates are receiving both their Doctor of Pharmacy degree as well as their Master of Business Administration. Dr. Burney will hood the candidates while Dr. Connolly presents them with their diplomas. Will the degree recipients please come forward? Ogechi Rotana Anya Galibo. Isjin Korsten Castro. Caitlin Marie George. Jenna Marie Grabinski. Jackson Hayes. Karina Bali Lang. Emma Faith Lesavoy. Colleen McClay. Christian Young-Hoon No. Catherine M. Pozdersky. Abimbola Asarifi. Chelsea Marie Thames. I'll now invite Kristen Lenars, Assistant Dean in the School of Business, to read the names of the graduates. Dr. Connolly will present the graduates with their diplomas.
Marie Rose Aini. Nasim Nayal Ashkar. Alexandra D. Brind. Jenna E. Coyne. Jeannie Dolinar Lomason. Nicole Catherine Ettinger. Alisa Aimee Gendron Belen. Lindsay Garrissey. Haley Henshin. Tina Lee. Is there a middle initial? Brian Martin Mahoney. Lemuel Maldonado. Jack Anthony Marlowe. Warren E. Meeks, Jr. Abby Paxton. Mallory Ann Pillsbury. Kathleen Rockwall. William James Ruth. Juan Carlos Christian Safi Robertson. Juan Carlos's diploma is being presented by his sister, Dr. Carolina Safi Robertson, Associate Professor of Human Resource Management in the School of Business. Emily Lynn Schloop. Kashindi N. Scholastique. Brianne Marie Sheldon Sick. Portia J. Smith. Anthony Sophia. Ryan William Stack. John Frederick Stahl. Patricia Ann Starks. Danielle Jean Valerino. Kim Vroman. Kim's diploma is being presented by her wife, Dr. Tricia Gatlin, Dean of the Wegman School of Nursing. Alexia Mary Ann Wheeler. Curtis Eric Worcester. I'll now invite Dr. Whitney Rapp forward to read the names of Ralph C. Wilson Jr. School of Education's master's programs. Dr. Joellen Maples will present the graduates with their diplomas.
Nicole Barnes. Logan Daniel Bauer. Sonia Gwen Balo. Raina Michelle Bofavong. Maya Nicole D'Angelo. Otto M. Davidson. Jonathan Basa de la Fuente. Samantha Marie Duggan. Christina Hartpence. Sydney Olivia Heinig. Mackenzie Huffnagel. Shade Chanel Ivy. Jordan Philip Jackson. Kira Lee Kenyon. Maria Page Langford. Lauren Elizabeth Lavelle. Joe Nico Macellaro. Rebecca Grace Osias. Matthew J. Palman. Nicole Courtney Rudd. Priscilla Sharma. Angela Tayo. Sarah Ashton Yorio.
As all our graduates make their way back to their seats, I'd like to once again take a moment to recognize the faculty and staff here with us today for their dedication to their disciplines, commitment to their students, and all their efforts that led these students to become graduates today. Please join me in a round of applause for our faculty. In addition, over the last few weeks, individual schools and departments have held various award ceremonies where students have been recognized for academic achievements, scholarly research, and leadership. Some of those award winners are listed in your program, but please take a moment now to offer those honorees a round of applause. And it is now my pleasure to introduce to you Danielle Valerino, an MBA graduate who has been chosen to speak on behalf of the graduates. Danielle?
Thank you, President Rooney, Dr. Rowley, trustees, faculty, staff, family, and friends. And congratulations to the class of 2026. It is truly an honor to be standing here with you today. Class of 2026, today we celebrate this milestone in the journey behind our degrees. No matter if you're graduating from the School of Business, the Ralph C. Jr. School of Education, or the Wegman School of Pharmacy, there is a very good chance you didn't complete this degree in a quiet, uninterrupted season of life. You did this while working, while raising families, while caring for parents, while answering emails late at night, while squeezing readings into lunch breaks, and negotiating with yourself about whether that discussion post could wait until tomorrow morning. Some of you came straight from undergraduate programs and continued the momentum of learning. Some of you completed demanding clinical pharmacy rotations. Some of you stepped back into the classroom in schools, preparing to shape and support the next generation. Some of you pursued your doctorate with the goal of becoming an executive leader. Others made the decision to return to school years, even decades, into your careers. Different paths, different pressures, yet the same determination to keep showing up through every credit, every class, every group project, every clinical requirement, and your capstone or dissertation that stood between you and this moment. So take a second, let that sink in, because for once, there's nothing due at 11:59 p.m. tonight. You did not just earn a degree, you carried one. Let me say that again. You did not just earn a degree, you carried one. Let's talk about what really defines success and is often overlooked, and that is how we show up. This lesson was first introduced to me years ago by one of my political science undergraduate professors here at Fisher, Dr. Harmon, and it has stayed with me ever since. Dr. Harmon said there are 4 types of people, and when given a task, each will show up differently. Most of us have experienced all 4 types, and you may recognize parts within yourself. Let me walk you through each one. Type 1, you give a task to. It does not get done. Something comes up, something always comes up. Type 2, you give a task to. It might get done, it might not. It depends. Type 3, you give a task to. It gets done. Nothing more, nothing less. Check the box, move on. And then there's type 4. You give them a task and it gets done. And it's better than expected. This person goes above and beyond, thinks 2 steps ahead, takes ownership without being asked, and does not wait for permission. This person just shows up and gives 150% every single time. This 4th type is the one you want to strive to be, which means the difference between exceptional and average is almost never talent. It's follow-through, it's ownership. It's being the person that others can count on when things get busy, messy, or inconvenient. Here's something nobody tells you when you finish your degree. Your career will not be defined by how smart you are. It will be defined by how dependable you are. Leadership will not come from a title on a business card. It will come from what you take ownership of, without being asked, without applause, and without waiting for the perfect moment. That is what we call leadership without authority, and it is one of the hardest roles because no one hands it to you. You choose it. The most influential people in any organization are rarely the ones with the biggest offices. They're the ones who notice what is missing, fix what is broken, and step in when it is uncomfortable, and stay when it would be easier to leave. That is how trust is built, doors open, and impact compounds over time. That's the person with the type 4 behavior. And truth be told, we've all been every type at some point. We've all had type 1 weeks, type 2 seasons, and type 3 days where we did exactly what was required and not 1 ounce more. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is deciding intentionally who you are going to be in those moments. Because those moments that shape your reputation won't come with a spotlight. They'll look like 1 more email, 1 more conversation, 1 more problem you could ignore, but don't. 1 more moment where you can say, not my job, and choose to help anyways. That's leadership without a title. And here's the real secret. Your education gets you in the room. Your character determines what happens next. So as you leave here today and step back into demanding jobs, busy families, full calendars, and very real pressure, I'll leave you with this challenge. Don't ask, what's the minimum I can do? Ask, how can I make this better? Don't wait to be the boss to start leading. Don't wait to have more time to start caring. Don't wait to be asked twice to step up. Be the person who shows up, because titles change, seasons change, roles change, but reputation follows you. In the world, especially the complicated, fast-moving, high-stakes world you're leading in now, doesn't need more people who do the minimum. It needs more type 4 people. People who show up, people who take ownership, people who leave things better than they found them. Class of 2026, you have already proven you can carry a lot. Now, go be the ones who show up. Look around, smile, and be proud of what you accomplished. You did it. Now celebrate. God bless and congratulations, Class of 2026.
Thank you, Danielle, and congratulations again. Now I'd ask you to join me in welcoming President Rooney back to the podium to share some closing remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Raley. Graduates of the class of 2026, allow me to share more about our patron saint, John Fisher. John Fisher was a person of keen intellect and resolute purpose, with a compassionate heart and a disposition to serve others. By his example of integrating learning with holiness, by his service to God and the human family, by his loyalty to faith, conscience, and his principles, John Fisher's life bore eloquent witness to the enduring values of goodness, discipline, and knowledge. Model what you have learned during your time here, practicing goodness first, tempered by discipline, informed by knowledge. As part of living these principles, I encourage you, as you rightly celebrate your accomplishment today, to think of the people who helped you on your journey. With their support and your diligent work, you now have the distinction of an advanced degree and the responsibility that comes with it. With a graduate degree from Fisher, you have the ability to continue to effect positive change where you work, advance in your profession, and broaden your impact. I encourage you to live by the example of our patron and remain engaged, committed, and dedicated to your communities and your values. In the words of one alumnus, quote, "Do great things or do small things greatly." It has been my honor to serve as your president, and I know I speak on behalf of our faculty and staff when I say that it has been a privilege to be part of your educational journey. Thank you once again for spending this time with us. Your accomplishments and your spirit have helped to make St. John Fisher University the special place that it is. We wish you well. We wish you all the best. God bless you all.
Before we conclude, we will join in the singing of the university's alma mater found in the commencement program, and Father Smith will offer the benediction. I'd ask you to please stand.
Blessed are you, God of all ages, for you have been a dwelling place for us from one generation to the next. You have given us this day to rejoice in the good work you have begun in our graduates. We trust that you will see this work to completion, and so we ask your blessing upon them. Graduates, may the God of all wisdom inspire you to act with integrity, speak the truth with love, and pursue justice for all people. May the God of infinite compassion stir your hearts to seek the common good and fill them with generosity and mercy. May the peace of God that transcends all understanding give meaning and purpose to your work, provide wisdom to discern what is right, and courage to follow God's will for your life. And may God's blessing be upon each of you and remain with you now and forever. Amen.
Graduates, congratulations to you once again on your achievements. Thank you for the imprint you have left on all of us. You have our best wishes for what comes next. I'd ask everyone to remain at your seats until the processional party, the stage party, and the graduates have recessed. And then following the ceremony, all are invited to join the graduates at a reception at the Tepes Commons in the Donald E. Bain Campus Center. Friends and family, I declare this commencement closed.